It's been about 4 hours, so let's see where we're at here. This clamp is holding the ring, so I'm going to leave that one alone. That's good. Block was stuck to the paper there. That's good. Glad I had that paper. Alright, that looks great. Nice reinforcement. Okay, I'm going to release this now then. First, before I do that though, I'm going to clean up this glue right on the edge here. Okay. And like I said, I'll level this off once I get it freed up. I'll clean up this glue here. It's squeezed out on the end here too. Okay, we had just a little bit leak right through onto the table right here. Next time I'll put the paper down first instead of doing it as an afterthought. Alright, so a little less spring back, which tells me that this is doing its job. Okay, we'll clean this up. It's going to be nice. That takes all the worry out of that thing coming apart right there. Let me clean up this glue here. Big chunks. Get some big stuff up here. All right. It's been about 4 hours, so let's see where we're at here. This clamp is holding the ring, so I'm going to leave that one alone. That's good. Block was stuck to the paper there. That's good. Glad I had that paper. that looks great. Nice reinforcement. Okay, I'm going to release this now then. First, before I do that though, I'm going to clean up this glue right on the edge here. Okay. And like I said, I'll level this off once I get it freed up. I'll clean up this glue here. Let's squeeze that on the end here too. Okay, we had just a little bit leak right through onto the table right here. Next time I'll put the paper down first instead of doing it as an afterthought. Alright, so a little less spring back, which tells me that this is doing its job. Okay, we'll clean this up. Nice. That takes all the worry out of that thing coming apart right there. Let me clean up this glue here. Big chunks. Get some big stuff up here. Okay, moved it from the table set up to my Moxon again, and I'm going to tighten this up. This band clamp. I can find my wrench here. There it is. Oh, jeez. Right here. Let me give this a couple of. That's all that needed, not too much. So now, maybe one more, let's see. Okay, that pulls it down pretty well. I'm a little open here. I don't know if I can tighten this some more and pull it. Let me rearrange things here. All right, here's the good news. Put the band clamp on it. What I did was I took these clamps off, and that allowed it to come together tighter. Then I just clamped it with this one caul here, and that tightened things up significantly. So I'm going to put some glue on this. It is so very, very close to going back over these clamping blocks I had here. So it's round, which is good news. So I'm gonna glue this joint and let that sit for probably overnight because I've got other things going on here today. Then I'll come back and put this outer piece on. Then I'll reinforce this. I'm sure I'll have to sand this joint here, but then I think we'll be ready to rock and roll on this thing. So let me loosen her up and put some glue on it, and then we'll put it back together. This Moxon is helping me maintain the parallel. Let me grab a couple clamps here. Give this one more. All right. All right, it's closed up pretty good. I'll bring the camera on and give you a shot of what this looks like. All right, you can see I've got a pretty good gap in here, but that was like that. I wanted to make sure I didn't bottom out there, but I am tight on the top, so that's good, and I'm tight here on the back too. This is fairly flush. I mean, it's just a fraction off this way, and same on the back side, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'll be able to pull that flat, I think. So we'll let that cook overnight, and then we'll come back and see what she looks like in the morning. All right, it's been about 20 plus hours. Let's see how we did here. Looks good. All right, I'm going to put in my Moxon and sand that off. Take the little hump out of it. Get the paper off of there, and then we'll laminate that last piece on there. And we can go to work on flushing everything up on the edges here. So yeah, I like it. It looks good. Alright. Got my last piece here. Put that on like so. I gotta figure out the... Actually, what I'm gonna do with this piece, I think, is I put it the wrong side. This side goes out. Yeah. I'm going to just start it at this one end here and work my way around, and I'll make that last cut with a handsaw because I want it to be a fairly tight fit, even though I am going to cover it up. Yeah, that's gonna work out nice. I'm gonna throw it on my table here and see how it looks quick. Well, when I line up the marks here, my 1 and my 2, I can get it started on about 6 of the 8 blocks. But the good news is that, you know, it's not going to go without some big time persuasion. The good news is it's round. I mean, it's just a fraction, you know, that it's not going to go over. And if I wanted to get tough with it, I probably could force it over these blocks, but I'm not going to do that. I'm happy that it didn't, you know, go football shape on me, I guess. So anyway, I want to get this other piece on here and get that glued up and get it drying. So let's see which way it's going to work out best here. I like this side better because it doesn't have this repair in it, but it's thinner veneer, but I think I'm going to live with that. I don't know if you can see it here. Let's see what I'm looking at. This outside is thinner than this inside, but I don't want to deal with this repair here, so I'm going to put it that way. I'm going to cut this off where I've got where it got thin from the planer. I'm going to cut it off square here, so I got plenty to work with, and then I'll just start wrapping it. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, here it goes. I got glue on my piece. I'm going to put a little dab up in here, the joint. I got the clamps ready. I'm just going to start this to glue this and just walk it around until I get to where I can't clamp anymore and I'll have to take it out. And I'll try and keep the camera on it as long as I can here. I'm going to clamp and reclamp here. Get one more on here. Alright, what I want to do is get a piece of paper here. Take this one off. And go over the edge. There we go. There we go. All right, it's starting to. There we go. All right, I got to take it out of this and set it on the floor. All right, I got this last little bit to go here, and I want to cut this tab off so I can get it fitted in there. just a little stressful right now. All right, now the clamp. Well, that didn't end up as clean as I wanted it to, but I gotta deal with it. Like I said, I'm gonna be covering this gap with a decorative piece anyway, so. One more clamp. All right, let it cook.